Hey guys, so we're back out here on the range again. I'm gonna shoot another video. It's been a little while since we've been able to shoot a video. As some of you know, I actually had a couple of major surgeries a while back. One of them I got a little too much anesthesia, and which almost was almost a really bad deal. So I've been recovering from that, of course. The reason that we hadn't made a video in a while is because I actually got COVID, and that was actually also really bad. I'm actually on portable oxygen that I'm putting on between takes. Feel great. It's nothing like that. It's just my lungs did sustain some damage, and so I have to supplement with oxygen. And at night I'm on a portable ventilator, but I feel like I'm through it. Unfortunately, we did lose my mom a few days ago to COVID. She was an amazing woman. She dedicated her life to making the lives of her friends and her family and her community better, and she was awesome at it. She loved really hard, and so the world's not quite as bright as it once was, but I'm super proud of her, super proud that I could call her my mom, and she earned the reward that she worked so hard for, so that's awesome. Getting back to the video, I do want to, so there was a video that had come out a few years ago where a guy said that your AR-15 is going to get you killed. He said that only wannabe soldiers buy ARs and that ARs aren't very effective. I can assure you that I am not a wannabe soldier. I've got nothing but respect for the men and women that go out around the world protecting our interests, protecting our freedom. I'm too old and out of shape for that. Not trying to be a soldier or a wannabe soldier by any means. I bought an AR-15, well actually 4 AR-15s, because I believed them to be very good for home defense, self-defense, zombie apocalypses, those sorts of things. So immediately I ran to Paul Harrell's channel. I really like what Paul Harrell does because he shoots meat targets, and a lot of times evil comes packaged in meat, and so I thought, well, Paul Harrell will be able to definitively tell me whether or not ARs are effective for self-defense, but I didn't find a video on it. Maybe he has one, I just didn't find it. So I decided that today we would go ahead and come out here and do our own Paul Harrell style video. We got a pig's head. I don't want to be wasteful, so I didn't want to just shoot meat and ribs, and I'm not saying anything about Paul Harrell, but I didn't want to waste any meat. I love meat, and so I thought, well, a pig's head. Maybe we're still being wasteful. I didn't know what to do with the pig's head. I know that we have friends that raise and butcher animals, and pig's heads are hard to get rid of. And so we got one, and if we are being wasteful, if you feel like we're being wasteful, if we get 50 comments saying that we're being wasteful, we'll actually figure out how to cook and eat a pig's head, so that we're not wasting food. But they have a hard time getting rid of pig's heads, and so we thought, well, this will be a good way to test what I wanted to test on something that maybe somebody wasn't going to eat. I'm actually, it's a little meatier than I expected it to be. It might actually be edible. But maybe if we get enough comments saying that we wasted a pig's head, we won't do that again. Next time we'll cook and eat one. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, guys, so this is the AR that we're going to be using. This scope is on here because we're actually doing another project with this same AR. This long scope isn't what I normally use on this weapon, but we're doing another project, and so I've got this scope on here for now, but it should be adequate for shooting this pig's head. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, that's good. Right in the center of the forehead. I don't know, that looks pretty gnarly to me. You want to come back around this way? So that's our entrance wound there. That's our exit. And let me see here. Put my rifle down. I don't know, that sure looks like a lot of damage to me. I just don't see that if this was a zombie pig, that he's going to survive that. That's a pretty large cavity from such a tiny caliber round, but it's moving so fast that it's just going to do tons of damage. I think that video was wrong myself. I think that it's absolutely inadequate weapon for self-defense or zombie apocalypses. So, you know, the video was talking about the idiot, evil person that shot all the people in Las Vegas, and one of his things that he said was that he shot 480 people and only 58 of them died. In my mind, that was 58 way too many. And so he said it was a 12% kill rate, which that should have never happened to begin with. But that was his argument. Another argument was that the AR-15 is only effective out to about 200 yards. 200 meters, I should say. That's like saying that a Phillips head screwdriver is a bad screwdriver because it only works on screws with Phillips heads. If you have a standard or a hex head or a Torx head, then it's not going to work on that, so it's not a good screwdriver. That's not how it works. The AR-15 is absolutely effective out to 200 meters. If I need to hit something beyond 200 meters, I'll just use a different tool. So anyway, I think the guy's wrong. I think this proves it. And I guess that's all that I've got to say about it. You know, there's one more thing that the AR does very effectively, really. So one of the things about the AR platform is it's light, can carry 30 rounds, and you can deliver a lot of rounds in a short period of time, which makes it even that much more devastating. So I think that concludes this video. I think that guy's theory is busted. The AR is a great self-defense weapon. If you're having a shootout beyond 200 meters, use something else. But other than that, yeah, man, use your AR-15 if you have to. We just recently had a situation in Kenosha where a young man actually busted that man's theory anyway, but here we go again. It's completely busted. Use your AR if you ever get into a situation, and don't worry about it. Maybe have something, if you're worried about having to use a longer range weapon, maybe get one of those too. So anyway, myth busted in my opinion. Thanks for watching, guys. So the last thing that he failed to consider is that ARs come in a bunch of different calibers. This is actually an AR 12 gauge shotgun. So let's see if this is effective.
Ready?